when you are joining me for Spirituality in Sin City. I am your host, Rachel Hoyt, still looking for a pen. So I got started extra this morning already before the lights were rolling. It's actually the second time we've drawn the. Whoops, that is not the right card. I turned it upside down. That's the second time that we have drawn the King of Clubs, Loyalty. And so I already had part of the background in there and decided I was going to add some more images this morning while I was watching a little poker on YouTube. If you don't know, I am analyzing poker hands from a tarot perspective. Well, in part because I just can't help it. It just began to appear to me intuitively when I was playing poker, when I did not yet believe in tarot. And thus, long story short, excuse the cord, I did not get my phone properly charged up last night. Anyhow, I eventually realized that my schooling had trained me. I got a degree in sociology and studied how to do all kinds of weird studies, how to design study parameters. And so I realized that I could make a spreadsheet and test whether or not what we have believed the cards mean for hundreds of years actually means what they say. I can look at these poker hands and see if what happens in the hand correlates to the meaning of the card. Specifically, I'm only tracking 5 cards, and this is not one of them. I've chosen the so-called luckiest and least lucky cards, and we'll check out my other videos to learn what those cards are, and hear more about that. Oh, I meant to put my little buddy over here. It's my first little handmade clay figurine ever. So I have decided to just do some polka dots on here because polka dots are one of the things, and it could get a little messy, and I know this because the background is made by using packing tape to pull images out of magazines. So this is a shiny, slippery surface. Probably would be better, actually, if I use my regular paint for this project. It's really not. Yay. It's really not working, and I don't want to give you nothing to watch. I want you to have something to watch. Oh, so sorry about the unprofessional cord over there. So back to the King of Loyalty, and there is a point, and I'm just trying to pitch my other stuff. There is a point about King of Loyalty. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong colors. There it is. This is like my favorite gold, super shiny. So the point being, I did not originally believe in tarot, and it took me a long time to accept that I had some strange connection with the cards, which, spoiler alert, I believe is spiritual. I believe I'm getting messages from the divine or God or guardian angels or who knows what, but I fully believe you need to have, I'm going to go with a dirty paintbrush. Sometimes I do that. I fully believe you need intuition, or, something in you is going to tell you the full meaning of these cards. The words that I am giving are just guideline. And I think it's very easy to see that when I am analyzing poker hands, because there's at least two players in the hand. And if you watch my poker hand analyses, you will see that often the same meaning, the strength and loyalty, does apply to both players, but in a different way. And that is the best way for me to show you, in my opinion, that there's two sides of meaning to every card and that you're going to have to figure it out. But also, it shows there is a correlation. It's not like an old school science experiment where A causes B. It's a proof of correlation type experiment, but that doesn't make it any less valid. And I'm getting to the point finally. The fact that I just kind of stuck with myself, was loyal to this thing that seemed crazy to even me, and have let it evolve into something pretty cool. That is sometimes what you are called to do. If I hadn't stuck with it, would we ever have any semi-objective proof that tarot is real? That's what I'm trying to do here. So hopefully that blabbing story is the type of inspiration that you need to hear. But it's, like I said, not the only meaning of loyalty. And I hinted in the title for a reason that you need to find your tribe. Who are you being loyal to? Are they truly loyal to you? Do they see the real you? Are you getting what you want and need out of this relationship? These are the types of things that make you strong. Evaluating the reality of those questions and answering honestly, and then reacting accordingly. That is also a message of the King of Clubs. Strength. So, but the reason I really wanted to draw polka dots this morning is because it's one of the things that I have done since I first started making paintings. I am somewhat strangely addicted to polka dots, and I have met a new person who is, well, I consider now part of my tribe, and it's this is not going to be our connection necessarily. This isn't what I'm going to announce long term, but we both paint a lot of dots. So, and to me, I didn't realize it, but when I first came across Yayoi Kusama, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Japanese artist, also does a lot of things with dots. She's made infinity rooms. She's been pretty big since like the 70s, and she has a mental illness. She lives in a mental hospital and paints there most of the time. But she said something which I should have looked up before today, and it was about, she said something very profound, like polka dots are represent our connection to the cosmos or the infinite or something. And I thought, you know what? Yeah, we're all just one little dot in the cosmos. We literally came from stardust, which, one little dot could be one little speck of stardust. It could be one little current dot in the universe amongst all the heads on Earth. There's just so many things that the little dots can represent metaphorically, and therefore it makes sense why they bring me comfort. And so I decided I wanted to pull the cohesion of, well, hopefully this will end up looking more cohesive by me painting dots all over the top to pull it all together, because the happy ending of, or the happy side of loyalty is when you find your tribe and are surrounded by dots that you can relate to. And sadly, there's generally not this many dots in the world. Excuse me, I just realized I don't have my chat screen up. Hello, I'm watching you now. If you are wanting to say hi and ask any questions. But I'm just blabbing about how being loyal to your goals and I was about to say be authentic to who you are will hopefully eventually lead to finding the people. I mean, I believe it will eventually, ultimately lead to finding the people that match your goal and are your tribe. And the very, very most important part of that is to be loyal and strong to who you are at the bottom, at the core, because you're not going to find the people like you if you're not showing off the real you. So don't be loyal and true to people who you don't relate to, who don't support the real you. You don't have to ditch them completely, but keep looking for the ones who really get you and are the polka dots just like you in the universe. So I'm going to peek away from the chat screen here for a minute, get us a few verses and quotes from other people besides me that tend to agree with my thoughts. Now, I just ask ChatGPT in case I can, find quotes I have not heard before, to give me quotes from scriptures and other thought leaders on loyalty and strength, because those are the two keywords of the day. And it is pointing out that throughout the Tao Te Ching, there is a theme that trust and loyalty are cultivated through sincerity. So, again, being authentic, behaving like the real you is, being sincere. That is the way to find something worthy of being loyal to. If you agree, please press that like button. Oh, I just skipped past the one that was looking good. No, I lost it. Okay. I do think I might have shared this one last time, but also Tao Te Ching. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is a true power. That I just want to say amen to, because if you can't control yourself, and I'm speaking from experience, if you can't control yourself and present your best side and be the change you want to see in the world, then you're not gonna attract great things. You're gonna push people away, no matter how strong your good intentions are. Even if you are emitting properly righteous indignation, that is not the type of strength and power you want to exude. That does not attract followers. You need to remain calm, collected, and diplomatic, and be very smart. I know the proverb that I have on the King of Clubs is might makes right. So it sounds like just be the bully and push. And occasionally that is what it means in poker. But I am referring more to life at the moment, and this does apply to poker, it never hurts to think more strategically. Let the other person be the bully, the one trying to push you around. And by remaining calm and cool, you end up coming out the winner because they look silly and your point of view will be revealed anyway, even though you did not push necessarily by, but you did um, stick to your guns and remain calm and give people a chance to want to hear what you have to say or just see the truth for themselves. That's another way the King of Clubs might apply to you today. And this is also true, especially when we're talking about the might makes right. Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So true. I lately have been doing a lot better at trusting my intuition, but it's not an easy task. And in regards to people, I'm definitely not perfect. I want to believe the best. I want to be kind and not untrusting. And sometimes it backfires. Sometimes you are loyal to the wrong people and you get duped. So I agree with Maya Angelou here. If you have strong reservations at the beginning of something, pay attention. And then if someone shows you the truth, like people literally, do bad things and then that are really bad, that really say a lot about how much you should trust them. And I have done it in the past as a woman, just forgive because I want to give them another chance. But in reality, the thing that they did and the timing at which they did it, say at the very beginning of a friendship, means so much more than if it had happened, as an actual mistake many years down the road. So believe people when they show you who they are. So, what do you think of my polka dot cover here? Did I miss a spot? I need to do more. Does it look cool? Not cool? That is, the page possibly finished. I might end up doing more paint on top, more polka dots. I don't know. It's, especially, I'll just decide next time I draw the King of Clubs. So, I will give you a moment to ask any questions you might have. If you are looking forward to hearing my voice and falling asleep to it, I have that video, my first longer video, 1 hour, coming out tonight at 5:15 p.m. And it will feature every card in the awesome deck and some relaxing music, just me telling you the quick meanings, keywords, phrases, and giving you something to absorb, because only your intuition can tell you the full meaning when that card appears to you. But this video is going to give you all the basics to get started with. So, awesome deck. What additional advice do we need for today before we go? Show us what we need to know. What we'll discuss tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I always make noises like that when the Queen of Diamonds appears because it's the Rachel Queen. We'll tell you why tomorrow. For now, there's the keywords, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks so much for joining me.